What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about some updates I've heard on the new 2022 Mercedes-Benz SL, or should I say Mercedes-AMG SL. And plus, quite frankly, with COVID, it's been really hard to get content. A lot of the dealerships I usually film at are dry, and the manufacturers don't really have a lot of press cars to spare. Let me go ahead and put these windows up so I don't have any wind in my microphone. So the 2022 Mercedes-AMG SL, obviously that's a car I'm really excited about. As you can see, I'm a huge SL fan. This is my personal vehicle right here. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is the power plant. So it's been revealed that the SL is going to be powered by a 4-liter bi-turbo V8. So there are only going to be 2 AMG models, and they're both offered with the V8 for 2022. So you'll notice a few weeks ago, Mercedes released an announcement saying that the only vehicle that's going to have a V8 for 2022 is going to be the S-Class, right? Well, obviously that's not true, because they've confirmed that the 2022 Mercedes-AMG SLs are going to have V8s. So notice I said SLs. There's going to be 2 different models. You're looking at an SL55, that's right, they're bringing back the 55 name back, and then of course you're getting the SL63, which of course is going to have a little bit more power. Now the SL55, that's going to be churning out about 469 horsepower, and you're looking at about 516 pound-feet of torque. If that's not enough for you, there's the SL63 option, which is putting out about 577 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. So these cars are going to be extremely quick. Now the layout is what's most important here, because it sounds like this is going to be a front mid-engine configuration SL, which is going to drastically help the vehicle's performance. SLs of the past, especially the previous generation, have just been an absolute dog when you take them to the track. They're not really vehicles that could be enjoyed on the track, but with this front mid-engine configuration, I'm going to assume that's seriously going to change the game. Now, of course, those power plants are going to be coupled to a dual clutch transmission, so you're going to get those quick shift times that you're used to seeing in cars like the AMG GT. So this is all very exciting for new SL owners or people who are looking at this vehicle. The behavior of the car in general, while it's still going to be a luxury GT, its capability is seriously going to be upgraded. So that's definitely something to be excited about. Now, as far as the overall appearance of the vehicle, we still don't know exactly what it'll look like. It still has some pictures out there with some light camo on the front and the rear. You have an idea of what the proportions are. It's going to be relatively the size of what you find in an SL, maybe 3 inches larger or so. Now, a lot of people are complaining about the fact that you have an automatic soft top in this generation, and to me that is a bummer, but I understand why they did it, because it allows the lines of the car to flow a bit easier than what you found on the last generation. To me, the last generation just didn't look good at all. But with the soft top, it's not going to dictate the way the car is shaped from the top to the back of the vehicle. So the lines and the design should flow a lot more naturally than what was found on the previous generation, which looked a lot more forced. Another thing is the soft top is going to be lightweight. It's also going to be available in about 3 different options. So there's going to be a red soft top, black of course, and then I believe a carbon fiber look soft top as well. And the top operation will probably be similar to what is found on the AMG GT convertibles. Now, one thing I did want to see that I don't think is going to happen on this generation SL is a detachable hardtop that you can use during the winter months. Like pretty much every previous generation had a hardtop option. You know, you had the past 2 generations which had the fully retractable hardtop, and then you had the previous generations that had the soft top and then an optional hardtop that you could store in the garage. I don't think that's going to be available for this generation, and for me that is a bummer, because having the optional hardtop, I always thought that was a cool feature, and it also gave way to features like having a panoramic roof available as an option as well. So I always thought that was pretty cool. It's going to be a bummer not to see that in this generation that's coming up. Now, for this generation, as you guys know, it's only going to be AMG variants, right? So if you're looking at a SL55 AMG or a SL63 AMG, based off the pricing that you see today on similar vehicles in their lineup, you know these vehicles are going to be close to $200,000 or so. So the chances of you seeing an SL as frequently as you did before this generation came out are going to drop significantly. Um, I don't know if that's a bummer because I do like the exclusivity of the SLs. I feel like you don't see them as much as you see other cars on the market. For example, the Corvette's a cool car, but when I drive, I feel like I see 4 to 5 of them every time I leave my house. And while the C8 is a cool car, I don't want it if everybody else has it, right? I want some sort of exclusivity. So I think that's definitely going to be a thing with this new generation SL. But the only thing is that the price point is so much higher now when compared to previous generations because there are only AMG variants being offered. From what I've seen, it's going to have somewhat of an S-Class like interior with a huge tablet display in the center console. Does it look modern? Yes. It has a clean look to it, but over the course of time, I'm not sure if that's going to age well, in my opinion. And also, I'm not sure how I feel about having a touch control or a touch screen to control every single function in the interior. I'm not sure I like that direction. Of course, I'll see it when it gets here. I saw the new S-Class. It's okay in the new S-Class, but to me, the previous generation S-Class interior is peak S-Class interior. So that's just my personal opinion. I also think the R230 generation of the SL, this generation I have here, is probably peak SL as well because I've got the retractable hardtop. It doesn't look like it's unevenly proportioned like the generation that came after this one. And then I do like the interior, how it doesn't have a huge touchscreen. So it's going to be interesting to see this new interior. I have been told that the new interior is like flagship level. So when somebody gets in the car, they're going to be like, okay, this is top of the line Mercedes-Benz quality here. That's not something we got in the previous generation, which is why that previous generation kind of fell flat. The interior on the previous generation left a lot to be desired. If you look at the SL, you should look at it as a flagship vehicle. So whatever in the S-Class, you should easily be able to find in the SL. And in previous generations, we got that up until recently. So this new generation SL is supposed to fix that. So you should expect to see a lot of the controls, quality of materials used, and execution in the interior to closely reflect what you see in the S-Class because this is a flagship level vehicle. So I really want to know what you guys think. What do you think about the overall design? From the exterior, we can't really tell much. I like to see these cars in the flesh, actually, before I make a judgment with no camouflage whatsoever. Obviously, that'll be quite some time from now. But the interior that's been revealed, um, it looks cool at first sight, but over the course of time, how cool is that going to look with a huge touchscreen? It might be outdated, which is why manufacturers like Bentley have the rotating touchscreen system in their vehicles. So when that touchscreen is outdated, you don't have to constantly look at it. So that might be a watch out. I don't know, but that's just my personal opinion. So let me know what you guys think about the pictures or what you found out so far about the new SL. Is this a car that you're excited about? What do you think about the exterior and the interior when compared to previous generations? Honestly, in my opinion, I think R230 is peak SL, but I am open to seeing what this new generation SL has to offer. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any additional time, please be sure to check out other videos on my YouTube channel to help the channel grow. And until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves.